fuck it. I'm not gonna go full commando on this. Well, that's better. Oh fuck, made it autofocus again. Every time I have to fucking move it, it's a mess. Yeah, that's gonna be better. You can see the shit on my glasses, goddammit. But yeah, welcome to another one of my rants. And you know, we'll start. Oh my god, that's even worse. Oh fuck. Still, we're gonna start really easy on this one. First, it might seem that there was a switch, alright? No, I actually, like, there is nothing wrong with the camera. I literally just moved everything from a side of my room to the other so that this area is bigger, it's wider, it's not like before where everything was cramped in. And I have a dustpan next to my shit and some plastic trash there. So, let's go with this, shall we? So, first of all, we are 223, 227 subscribers, so we hopefully gonna arrive soon to 300, and that's gonna be beautiful, because you know there is a phenomenon on YouTube in which after you arrive to the 200, to the 300, 500, you are getting more and more recommended from YouTube to other people. So that's gonna be awesome to see. Finally, we're gonna go and slightly be in the mainstream, you know? A couple of my videos just broke the fucking thousands. Some of them are already like way past the single thousand, like 16,000, stuff like that. So that's beautiful. I've seen people that shared my videos, even though I'm kind of embarrassed of those videos, even though they're better doing ones. But still, that's beautiful. Now, let's go on the topic at hand. Every child has its childhood trauma. Some people have fucking Colossal is Crazy. Some people have fucking the Brave Little Toaster. Some people have fucking Help Me, I Was a Fish, which is a movie that existed. I guess, I don't know. And other people like me were actually afraid of ghosts. Ah shit, it's foaming everywhere. Oh, god damn it, it's on my feet. God fucking damn. Shit. Shit. Ah, that's a good brewski. Ah, that was some good burp. Ah. So I was very afraid of ghosts. With that I mean, particularly one. During the, I would say, 70s, 60s, there was a series, a Italo French series. I might need to look it up, but it should be a Italo French series called BELPHÉGOR Fantôme du Louvre, which is a series about an investigator looking into a series of break-ins in the Louvre caused by a spirit, a mummy, that possesses people. When I was a kid, I didn't see the original 19th series, you know, it's kind of old, but I did watch when I was, I think, in France itself, even though I knew kind of a little bit of French. I watched the French version of this movie because they made a new movie of it. So, sorry, I'm kind of getting heated. I had to close everything up in order to get a little bit better lighting, you know. I'm gonna kill somebody tonight. So, this movie, BELPHÉGOR Fantôme du Louvre, is a continuation that nobody asked for of this series from the 1960s, which is kind of baffling to think about it, because I know that it's a classic here in Italy, but I think nobody in the world knew about this. I have a French friend on my Discord server. I will leave the link to the Discord server. And he knew nothing of this. Nada, nothing. This is a movie made by Hollywood, by the way. It's an American-French production. It's not anything with Italy. Like, Italy devised this character, and Hollywood all of a sudden found it and said, you know what we can do? We can make a sequel of this shit that nobody fucking remembers. Again. You know? Like, only... It's weird to talk about it, because I was really, really afraid about this fucking movie. Like, seriously, deadly afraid. Because my mom decided to watch it while I was a kid. And they were screaming about needles, about fucking dogs. Because this phantom uses powers to project the fear of a person and kill him. Essentially make them do a suicide. You know, oh, sorry, I should... I should not say a suicide, you know. I should not say a suicide, because, you know, YouTube... YouTube fucking suicides me. So let's say you die on themselves. I'm on drugs. But past this part, how is the actual movie? It's well written. It's well edited. The CGI does not look bad. The practical effects don't look bad either. The actual ghost, because we actually see the ghost. You know, in the 90s it was a little bit harder to make, you know, but we actually see the ghost, and it actually looks pretty cool. And we have a character that was of course recasted, but was present in the original series, which is essentially our Dr. Loomis for this, because if you remember Dr. Loomis from Halloween, he was the crazy guy that keeps saying, Michael is the fucking devil, Michael is the fucking evil. Oh, by the way, the trailer for the new Halloween Kills came out. I'm gonna do a nice thing for it, because, you know, at this point, just go for it. The movie, again, is well edited, is well done, is well made, well written. The locations are pretty cool, because this is the Louvre. We see probably reconstructions of parts of the Louvre, but some shots I'm pretty sure they were taken directly from the Louvre. And the movie is it's not as traumatic as I remember it. Maybe when you're a kid you try to, you know, embellish some memories. Everyone does it, you know. I remember things from my past that were cool, and I'm rewatching them now. Yeah, now. Thinking point a movie called Norbert, which I watched and had a blast with it, but boy, that shit was racist. Like, it would not fly now. At all. Anyway, the movie starts, well, with a recap from Egypt, where a whole team of explorers founds the mummy of, I don't remember the name, so we're gonna name it Never Remember It Tutankhamun. We're gonna call it that. They find the mummy and they kill each other on a boat on the Nile. Agatha Christie has something to say from the grave. So, after a while, it arrives to the Louvre with just one survivor. And after years and years, we already had the series apparently, we see that the mummy comes back because now it's been examined, so they can actually put it in the Egyptian section of the Louvre. And after it comes out, it's brought into a lab, and the cloth, the famous costume is fully reconstructed. So apparently the one that we saw in the original series was not the actual costume that was used for the mummification, but it was probably just something that the guy made in order to, to appease the ghost inside of his skull, And we meet our main character, which one is an electrician, and one is a girl, which I don't still understand what she does in her life. She had like a flower shop or something? I don't know. I couldn't understand for the life of me. Believe me. So after all of that, what happens is, Mass, the daughter tries to save the apartment after her grandmother dies. Her apartment, the grandmother's apartment. The grandmother tried to set her up continuously with different men, but she didn't care. After a while, since her apartment is right in front of the Louvre, which is very expensive, by the way. Prices for that shit, it's an old Rococo apartment, so prices for that shit is expensive. What the hell, how did you afford this, Grandma? You sold drugs? I want them drugs! Now! Anyway. So we see all of this. We see that there is a problem with electricity in the apartment. It's an old apartment, so they call this lad that is essentially the electrician. I think he was a cop once too. I couldn't understand it really. I was kind of afraid of watching this movie. My mustache is a mess. And nothing. They just start to hang out essentially after the grandmother dies. By the way, there's a scene in the movie where the grandmother dies, and I know that the actress is a small woman. It's not like higher even than my chin, but the box that they use is kind of small. Like no joke, it's barely like this size. That's not a person. That's a child. Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. Where's my brushki? After that, we start to see that she loses it. The ghost from the Louvre moved into her apartment inside her head. So she started to draw stuff on her wall. For some reason, she controls electricity with her emotions. What? It's just weird, just weird, Anyway, hijinks ensues. People start to fucking die. The costume gets stolen every fucking night. Sorry, I need to scratch my butt. Ah, shit. Alright. So, the costume gets stolen. Borrowed. Literally borrowed, because apparently it reappears every morning. So... And she start like... The costume is awesome, by the way. Me as a cosplayer, I can see that. They have this like... Dinette, almost, scamosciato type of fabric. Which is a really good fabric, by the way. It's very wrinkly, it's very cool in the flow. It's very heavy, so it flows better. And she almost looks like she's floating and not actually walking, so it gives more of that phantom as vibe. I wanna die. So, I think that 5 people died in this. Aside the grandma, you know, because grandma's dead. But yeah, 5 people yeet themselves out of a window, essentially. What you can do? Circle of life, fall of death. I'm not John Tron, god damn it. After a couple of people died, one of the old guys, this inspector that now resumes the role in the as a guard, head guard in the Louvre, he looks into it a little bit more to understand what the fuck is going on, and he discovers that the girl is possessed by the spirit, or at least he thinks he's possessed by the spirit. After a couple more people die, and she apparently destroys a whole band, you know, a band thing in a bar with her electricity powers. It's clear that something needs to be done, and with the help of the head director of science and research of the Louvre, they just go and decide, you know what, we need to do 2 things. One, you remember that old guy, you know, the explorer, the only one that came back, that discovered the mummy? Yeah, first of all, let's pick his body up, or what is left of it, and find a ring that belonged to the mummy. And then do a procession, you know, an Egyptian funeral procession to open the door to the underworld. So by the way, I don't know the implication to this, but apparently Jesus never happened like this. If the fucking, you know, many movies do this, you know, where the actual, you know, the legend has actual roots. So everything you believed, you know, Christianity, if you believe in Allah, if you believe in fucking Buddha, it never existed. Because, you know, the fucking Egyptian gods are there. Fuck it, bend down to fucking Anubis at that point. Well, like, seriously. You just disproved your own fucking religion, your own fucking history like this. I love this movie, by the way. I love these movies because they're so cool to look at the implication of all the shit that they say and do. It's just so fun. So fucking fun. God damn it. But religion is not a topic for me, naturally. So if I scratch my head, I need a haircut, but I haven't had the possibility to do that in months because I need to grow this out and get back to our old cut that I had. So, to each their own, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, they start to do this ceremony. The door opens, so, you know, Jesus is nothing anymore. And this spirit actually moves on, so this is the end of BELPHÉGOR. But it opens, and all the spirits from all the mummies, all the even the paintings, come out and go through the, like, all the spirits from all the world concentrate in the Louvre. What? Are you gonna tell me that even, okay, aside from the paintings, which I will cover in 2 minutes, are you gonna tell me that none of the mummies that they have ever had an actual ritual of closing? Like, that fucking shit was meant to be basics. I know that for the mummy that we see in the BELPHÉGOR, I know that mummy didn't have the ritual to pass on. But are you gonna tell me that even Tutankhamun, no mummy or no body in the world ever got closure, ever passed on until this moment? Also, we're gonna talk about the paintings. Can we talk about the paintings? Because that reminded me of a thing that I really want to do. Very soon, I don't know, on this channel or another channel probably, I will do a playthrough. Since we're talking about the museum, I will tell you immediately. It's gonna be about IB. I love IB as a game because it's IB. Everybody loves IB. If you don't, shame on you. But still, fuck it. Fuck it. Are you gonna tell me that every person just bound their spirit to that painting? What about paintings that were invented? What about, for example, I don't know, the Scream, you know, Munch from the Museo d'Orsay, or you know, fucking, or you know, I don't know, the 5 fucking portraits of Van Gogh in the Museo d'Orsay. There's like 3 or 2. I don't remember. Leave me alone. But anyway, what about them? You gonna tell me that in all of this time, Van Gogh was left there in his painting? I don't understand it. It's so fun. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And the movie ends up dumbly because they see this sea of fucking specters and fucking death coming to the Louvre, and they're like, I ain't touching that. I am fucking touching that. And the movie ends. The movie ends. What the fuck? The movie just fucking ends. What? Yeah, this movie is actually good. You should really look it up because I watched it in French again. I didn't watch it in English. I don't know the acting for the English, but I know that the acting was done in French. Because again, I know that it's a French production, I think. I don't remember fully. So yeah, enjoy your life. Hope that you will never get fucking dropped into a fucking painting. And what about statues? That's a weird connotation.